What's up guys, Turbo Dalton here coming to you guys with a brand new video. Today we're playing Planet Coaster, and today I thought I would take on a brand new challenge. If you guys follow Ollie43 on YouTube, you may have seen he's done a series called The Cube. You guys can go check it out on his channel if you guys want to go see, but he uploaded his blueprint to the workshop on Steam, so I thought it would be really fun to give it a shot and build our own theme park in the park. What's unique about this one is obviously we're in a cube, so we're not as spread out. So instead of building out, we're gonna have to build up into different layers. So I thought this would be a unique, fun challenge that maybe we can make into a series. So if you guys want to make this into a series, please drop a like and let me know. Of course, if you're new and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. So let's get into the video. Now in today's video, I think we're just going to build a few shops, maybe a couple rides, maybe one roller coaster if we have the time and the money. We'll have to watch the resources. This is a more realistic series, if you want to call it. We actually have a budget we have to maintain. So we're going to take things one at a time, try and do a productive and successful park here. So let's get started with a few shops, and then we'll try some rides and maybe try a coaster. Now first, before we build some shops, I do want to point out this long path around to the cube to get in the cube. So we are going to fix that eventually. We're going to add some water probably underneath the cube, build some rides to carry people around to the entrance, make it a little easier for people to come in. But first, like I said, we need to build some things so we can get some people in the shops and get some money going. A few simple rides and shops that'll get us started, and then like I said, if we have the resources, we'll jump in and do a roller coaster. So after a long walk into the cube, I figured it makes the most sense to put some drinks or some food right at the entrance. So we're going to throw up a drink shop and a food shop. I think it makes a lot of sense to add a chief beef here, so let's try that first. We'll add it right here at the entrance. I haven't played Planet Coaster in a while, so bear with me as we try and figure this all out. There we go. Now let's try and get it closer and lined up as best we can to the entrance. Alright, there's a chief beef. Now let's find a drink. We'll add some vending machines as well as we go along, but I want to get some good shops right when people come in the entrance. Alright, so there's one drink shop. Now let's find a ride or two and stick them in there to get some people in the door. So for the first ride, I think we're going to stick with this 360 power. It has an excitement of 4.5, fear of 5.06, and nausea 5.5. So let's see, we're going to stick it right here at the entrance. Make sure it's all lined up with the path as well. Let's raise it up just a tad. Make sure it's level. Man, this is hard. The only thing about the cube that's difficult is everything has to be elevated. So we want to make sure everything lines up as best as possible. Alright, I think that's good. Let's add an entrance. Let's add it over here so we can add a little bit of a queue. And I think we can place the exit. Ooh, we are not lined up. Let's see if we can adjust the ride here. Alright, there we go. We got the ride adjusted. Now let's just add our path, our queue, make it a little bit longer so that in case we get a long queue going, we have plenty of line for people to wait in. Alright, great. Alright, I think we can open it up now. Let's open this bad boy up. There we go, and let's look at the money ticket price. Let's leave it at $8 right now. Let's throw up another ride real quick, and then we'll go from there. Now as you can see, the park is open, so we have our first few guests coming in. Pretty sweet. Hopefully we'll be making some income here pretty shortly. Let's check while we're waiting if there's a fee to get in. Let's just jump this up just a little bit so we get something. Alright, hopefully people will continue to come in the park as they come in. Now that there's a little bit of a price, as we add more rides and stuff, we will increase that. But looks like people are still coming in despite that, so let's throw up one more ride and then maybe a coaster. Alright, so I think we're going to throw in the bumping derby. ride here, something that the kids can enjoy as well, since the other ride is more geared towards adults. See if we can get this lined up somewhat, at least with the path here. This path is a little crooked. As we go along in the park, I'll make sure the paths are lined up a little bit better. Of course, we got to make sure this is lined up with the path as well. I think that's good right there. Let's see, fit it in this corner as best as possible. Okay, let's throw in the entrance. We'll throw it over here. Now we can make a little bit of a queue. Throw in the exits to make sure this is level as well. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, so I think we're going to leave the building where it is. Let's add a path to it real quick. Entrance path queue. And we'll have a little fun with this as well. Try and make it a little bit longer. Alright, there we go. Now our ride is connected. Let's make sure this is open. And let's check our guests. Here they come. So like I said, it's a long walk to the entrance. We will fix that. Once we get some money, we'll clear out some of this land and add some water so we can add some transportation to the front here. And once we have a little bit more income. We are losing a little money right now since it's taking so long for people to get to the park, but we will fix that as we move along. So now we have 2 rides ready to go once people get in the park. Let's look at some roller coasters, and then that will probably end our video for the day. So I think our first roller coaster, we're actually going to do the hyper coaster. It's for all ages and it can't invert, so hopefully that'll mean that we get a lot of different customers in here to ride this ride. We are going to build it from scratch, so hopefully we will make it pretty simple. That way we can just get a good simple roller coaster to get us started in the park, get some good revenue going. Alright, we placed our roller coaster. Now let's just build something simple, something to get us started. We'll change the colors up too as we go along in the park. We're not going to go too crazy with this roller coaster because again, I want to make it pretty simple and easy for people of all ages to jump on here. Alright, now we'll make our descent downward. Alright guys, so I built the coaster. Like I said, it's real simple, real short. Just want to get a little coaster in there to get it all started. And hopefully this will go all well. I am worried a little bit about this turn right here. It looks a little sharp. We are going to run our first test though and see what the ride shows us. See what edits we might need to make. So let's try this out. And let's start test. We'll show the excitement map as well. Alright, here we go. Of course the beginning's not going to be the greatest. And looks like we do have people going on our first rides over here while we wait, which is pretty awesome. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're turning green, we're turning green. We're not in the red, more green, which is always good. Alright, let's see what the ratings are. We are almost in the green in every category. And so for our first coaster, I think that'll be alright. Maybe next one we have a little more profit and can play with it a little bit more. We'll do that with a 5.76 excitement rating, 4.3 fear, 2.2 nausea. I think that's pretty good. So let's hook this up so we can get people on this ride and make a little profit. Let's see, what are we charging? Let's see if we can do $10 and see how that works out, if people still ride it. Alright, as you guys can see, I made a little modification to our path here so that way we can get this queue nice and long in case we have a line out the door to get on this ride. So let's line this up real quick. Alright, there we go. We got a queue all set up. Let's go ahead and open this and get this going. We got to do one more test. Do that really quick and then we should be able to open it. We got our first few rides and got our first coaster. Let's see, well, let us open. There we go. Alright, let's open this up. It looks like we need to get some vendors, so let's get some vendors real quick. It does look like we also need a mechanic now that we have multiple rides. Let's get some janitors. I do need to add some trash bins, but we will do that at a later time. We are making a little bit of profit, which is nice, so we're off to a good start. Let's see, people are already jumping on the coaster. Nice. Alright guys, I did make some modifications to the roller coaster. I added 2 trains instead of 1, as you can see. and it actually improved our rating to a 6.45. So we are all green in all areas, which is awesome for our first roller coaster. To end the video, I thought what better way than to ride it ourselves. So we're going to jump on here in a minute and take a ride, and then we'll end the video. And if you guys would like more of this series, make sure you drop a like or let me know in the comments. This has been fun. I haven't played Planet Coaster in a while, so to be able to get back on here and jump on here has been pretty fun. So let's jump on the roller coaster and take it for a spin. Alright, here we go. Front row seat up to the top. I'll speed it up here till we get to the top here, not to bore y'all to death. Alright, here we go. Nice and smooth. Nice speed, smooth turn. Again, we're all in the green here, so that's good. It's supposed to be a simple ride, quick cash, right by the other ride, and we made it nice and quick. And I think we have a pretty big queue here too. Not a big queue, but we're getting there. We just opened it back up because we had to change the number of coasters, but like I said, we are all in the green. We were all in the green. I wonder why it changed all of a sudden, but still good numbers. So like I said, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.